Hey guys, my name's Jennifer Clark and I'm here with my 1978 Dodge Tradesman called Boogie Nights. We were a Flying Eagle winner last year. That was our goal, was to just get to nationals, so we did some pretty radical stuff. So we'll start up front here. We'll start up high. I've got a fiberglass hood that it's off an old Winnebago. I think it's a 72 Winnebago. The headlight buckets are actually off of a 55 Mercury, as well as the rear bumper and bumperettes, which we'll see in a second.
Oh, cool.
The front bumper is from a 56 Cadillac. And as you can see, we did a bunch of cutting, molding, because the Cadillac bumpers came so far out into a point. So we fabricated metal here. This is metal, not fiberglass, to actually emulate the lines of it, but just a little bit flatter in. And we did there's a bunch of lace work done on this as well. A lot of inset. We did a lot of paint work on this. There's a lot of different inset shadowings, stuff all over it. Orlando Street Vans, that's our home club too. We have louvers. They're actually working louvers on both sides of the van here and on the other side too. And what we did, if you notice here, if you notice the curve to the body line here, we actually had to pull this and tuck this in. It's straight to about here. That's your normal fender. But from here down, we actually curved it in so that it emulated. It went in.
Right.
And then also here, this was where one of the boo-boos was, that some people remember. But we actually cut the fender down to mold it to the bumper, not vice versa.
Yeah.
So it gives you kind of a little, just a much cleaner look.
Yeah.
Where did you find that little bumper?
So over here, we went with the bullet center caps as well. We took the white walls off. We like them. I don't know, I might put them back on. All of my airbrush work was done by a gentleman by the name of John Starr, and he is just amazing. These mountains right here are actual Colorado mountains. You got Blanca Peak, Mount Lindsay, and Little Bear, and they're 14,000 foot mountains by the Great Sand Dunes National Park area. Our property's there that gets to look at it. So this is why that's there.
Sweet.
We went with fuel cap.
Oh yeah, you gotta have that.
Dice on the wheels,
that.
dice on the valve stems, and of course the lake pipes. Lake pipes are only for show right now, but they're pretty neat. Back here we did a bunch, got dual French-in antennas, both sides here.
Okay. Yeah.
We actually cut and Frenched in and fabricated these Lexan with LEDs, individual lights in it, and this is for my turn indicators. Back here we did 52 Pontiac taillights, originals, Frenched in the whole thing around here, and of course carried the paintwork in. Now, this is a cool story that not many people know. So, if you know what the Flying Eagle is, which most do, this was a tribute done to Greg of Akron. If you look right here, at an angle, you can see it one way and not the other way, and it's actually Greg's name with his birth date and death date. Now, John Starr that painted my van, Greg of Akron actually mentored him. And Greg is who taught John Starr how to emulate the metal in airbrushing and how to do the detailing on the sides that looks like chrome when it actually is not. So it was a really big, with last year, again, like I said, with being the Flying Eagle and having this in this rear was done as a tribute to him.
Very nice, yeah.
John learned a lot from him. And we'll go one more side of this over here. Now on this side, again, the French-in antenna.
Right.
This mountain right here is actually another Colorado mountain. This is Mount Sneffels, and it's just outside of Telluride, Colorado, and is pretty amazing. And these lights are actually from an actual picture that had me sitting in the trees in the grass here and looking at it. They're done to perfection.
Yeah.
He put an eagle on it
for
me
yeah,
as well. And then my anniversary is 11/12. So he put in the spruces 1112, which is our anniversary. Just little hidden things here and there.
Yeah.
And again, now looking at the metal, see the metal look too.
Looks like metal.
Yep.
Yeah, right. Very cool.
So that's where all the magic happens.
Oh yeah, here we go.
So because we used all the 50s car parts, bumpers, etc., I decided to do something different. We didn't have a van we had a van already to sleep in, and I didn't want to do the same thing, just put a bed in it. So I said, well, what if we do a 50s diner? So Boogie Nights Diner was created. And my upholstery girl is a dear friend, Rosemary with Double D's Upholstery. She absolutely killed it with everything she's done in here to emulate the tile underneath the bar. Same thing on your right, John.
Yep.
JJ, sorry.
That's all right.
That's okay.
Yep.
And then the front panels also you can see are a little bit different, but we went in the V line on the booths. Every single panel that has them are the exact same for the V there.
Design, yeah.
Yep, the same exact. It is a working jukebox, got a little van in it, and it says Boogie Nights Diner on it too.
Cool. Wait a minute, let me get that. Hold on. There you go. Nice.
Look at my Coke bottles. That one says to celebrate and congratulate with a Flying Eagle 2022.
Oh, cool.
And then the other ones are, of course, FMHVC, which is Florida's most hated van club. That's what they call us. Anyways, but real tin panels on the ceiling also. And we tried to just keep the button working as well to just kind of bring the blue into the black.
Very nice, yeah.
Now I also have on this side, because there's not a lot of area to see, out on this side, we installed cameras. So of course we wanted the bullet side mirrors to match the bullet caps too. So we had to, think more modern. So we put a camera there, so I'm able to see down the entire passenger side as well as the next lane over.
Yeah.
I can see completely on this side. I have a front and a rear camera also that I can see off of my rear view, which will tell me if somebody's behind me or in front of me. Just to be able to see, you've been blind spots everywhere on them.
Good idea, love it.
But
Love that.
these panels here too, the dice on the two doors, they're showing the threes because we like the 333. My license plate's 333.
Oh, okay.
So, yep, they're on there. Lots of detailing here on the dash. These are just unbelievable.
Yeah.
I mean, just unbelievable work.
Beautiful.
And then we kept the, on the bottom of that driver's seat, it's actually an electric seat. It's got 8 functioning, working, up, down, lumbar, everything. We did the trim around the bottom to emulate the trim off the side here and as well as the table to just bring it all, bring it all together as well. And then we took the original street van, and this was given to me by a dear friend, and we put that up there just, keeping it in that, the play on words of Boogie Nights. It was a boogie van, and Boogie Nights was obviously a movie in the 70s, but we figured with the diner and stuff, it all played together perfectly. I do have the foot pedal, gas pedal, and the little light, but the toenails are painted blue too. The guys did it good for me. This is just one of my screens. This little screen here, that's the screen just for the passenger side for me to be able to see it, as opposed to the other one, which is front and rear.
Right.
Okay, so we shaved all of the handles off. We have push button that just pushes. They open up no problem.
There you go.
They actually light up blue as well, and so at nighttime or whatever, it just adds a little bit more of a touch to it.
Yeah.
The old 50 style steering wheel was my Christmas present from my honey because it blended right in.
I remember that on Facebook. Yeah.
They painted blue toenails on my feet as a joke, so we left them.
That's too funny.
So the etched windows were these are original from the 70s. These were on another van, but we rolled them up one day and realized that they were both in there and they were perfect.
Yeah.
So I absolutely wanted to have them here and put them in
Very
also.
Nice. Yeah.
So there's been it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of work. We had 2 minor boo-boos in it, and we were able to fix them and get it back to be here at Nats this year for the 50th.
Yeah, that's great.
And it's a blast. I'm amazed how many people come up and they ask questions, and to hear the car guys and stuff too going, that's this and that's this, and and trying to guess what was what and everything. So it's been a lot of fun. Definitely a great build. I had some amazing people that just did an amazing job. Richard, I have to give him the props though, but Richard has been a lot of our metalworking and some of our painting and some of that stuff. But I definitely it was a village. They say it takes a village. It definitely did.
Wow, very
Yep.
cool. Looks great.
Well, I
And
appreciate
you won a
it.
beautiful trophy last year.
Yes,
at the
I
Van
did.
Nationals.
I
Yeah.
did. I won the Flying Eagle last year. It was the first time we had actually shown the van. We did a little sneak peek of it in January at our show, and then we brought it out to Nats, and that was the first time we had actually shown it anywhere fully done. 2 days before Nats last year, we were still putting the interior together, seriously. So
Got it done.
all the way from Florida, yeah, absolutely. So it's I hope you guys like it. I definitely do, and it's been pretty cool. Pretty cool.
Very cool.
Thank you.
Very cool.
Thank you so
Absolutely
much.
love it. Let me
Oh, I
a
do have
walk
one
around
last
here.
little thing up here.
Yep, okay.
So we were about 12 hours from getting ready to leave town, and the guys were buttoning up the last couple of things, and all of a sudden we heard, uh-oh, and it didn't go all the way through, but it dimpled the roof.
Oh.
So it is a ladybug. That I love ladybugs, and so my pinstriper says it's not all the way through. We don't have to worry about it, and he painted me a ladybug.
Wow.
So most people don't see that either, though. But that's my little thing
Well,
too.
you
So,
noticed that. Yeah,
yep,
yeah, right.
my little thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Love it.
Incredible.
The dashboard's all been done as well, all the way across. There's inlay pinstriping across the dash as well. Pinstriping, Mikey did all my pinstriping, and it's amazing too. There's just so many things. You can just stand here and look. You know, a days and just see all the different things on it.
Things, right, right. And as you move around, things change.
They do. The colors in it. Right now, you would think in this bright sunlight that you would see all the. There is flake in the blue, but on both sides in the Aurora Borealis, as he was doing, and in the sunset, there is, we call it pixie dust, and it's just deep. You might probably see it on the other side better, but it's deep in here.
Yeah.
And then of course he did the
yeah.
star and the shooting star too.
Oh yeah, we can see it. Yeah.
And again, like I said, these are all true to scale, these mountains and stuff too. That's what I wanted.
Right.
That was the most important thing to me, was having that and emulated. This was so far beyond anything I ever dreamed about. Oh my God, it's just beautiful. It absolutely, it did. It came out amazing. So we're on an air ride suspension also that ProFab did for us. So I've got the gauge and the switches here, but it'll go. So it's pretty cool. It just gives it a better rake. I love the look of it, of the stance to it. It just made it look, but we pulled the rear end down just a little bit, just so to take up a little bit of that room. And we tucked the front ones up under. So the rear tires are obviously bigger than the front. But yeah, it just gave it a meaner look. It was just tough looking, you know, like that.
Right. Yeah, looks great.
Thank you, thank you.
Very cool. Perfect, love it.
Now you can really see the glitter and all through it.
Yeah.
Pixie dust.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Very nice.
Thank you much.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you so very much, appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thanks for taking the time and let me tell you about it.
Absolutely. Well, we tried to get it last year, but just kind of ran out of time.
We ran out of time, but that's okay. It wasn't going anywhere, so thank you guys so much for everything you do. Appreciate it.